hear that sound, you know what time it is. It's another Sailor Moon chapter, but this time it's Codename Sailor V, Chapter 4, The Ambition of Petty Pandora. This chapter starts off with Sailor V sleeping in bed, with a bag of chips next to her, cookies, and a fourth wall joke. Yeah, there's actually a picture of Codename Sailor V right next to her. It looks like another manga right there. So Sailor V pushing the fourth wall. Then her mom comes in, going, "Sunday doesn't mean you can sleep all day. It's afternoon already. Get out of my way. I'm going to tear out your futon. Look how dirty it is. Yeah, my skirt's all wrinkled. It's all your fault for sleeping in your uniform." And so on and so forth. But to be fair, though, it is a Sunday, and Sundays are a day you're supposed to sleep in. I mean, why wouldn't... Doesn't everyone sleep in on Sundays? After all, I sleep in till 5 p.m. usually. In fact, I wish I could sleep in right now. Just thinking about sleeping in. What day is it today? God damn, it's Friday, isn't it? I can't sleep in yet. Curses. Anyways, let's move on with our story. This one actually is pretty much Pandora. This is Pandora's younger sister trying to get revenge for what happened to her older sister. And so she enslaves a bunch of Japanese boys, about 50 of them. Sailor V finds out, and eventually Sailor V transforms into a pop idol, a guy pop idol. And eventually we find out it's actually Sailor V. And Sailor V transforms and uses her powers to defeat Pandora's little sister. And while that's going on, an evil toxin spreads, and it's almost killing everyone when Sailor V discovers she has a new power. Which, no, I'm not kidding you, she has a new power, actually. Let me get to it. As she defeats her. Yes. And here we go, right here. Sorry, some of this, I still can't remember the names of some of these by now, but she uses the Love Crescent Shower, which pours down and depletes the spell of the evil creatures that she just defeated because it was making a bad odor, which all the boys were suffocating from, and eventually all of them smell. It smells really good, and all the boys, as I said, it smells really good on them, and so on and so forth. And the chapter ends. Yeah, like I said, it's pretty much just like the first chapter, except this is more of a revenge type plot of her Pandora's sister trying to get revenge on what happened to her older sister. It was actually I did like the fact it was continuing with that story arc and not changing to just another story, not changing to a completely different one. It was going with her sister this time, and it does work. But what really makes that chapter interesting is that we get introduced to a few new characters. We get introduced to a detective, which I'm not going to pronounce his name because I'm going to butcher it if I try pronouncing his name. He basically is upset because Sailor V's been fighting crime and making the cops look bad, and he's upset about that. And he says, "I think Sailor V herself is suspicious. I just know that V herself is controlling things behind the scenes of the series of mysterious cases." And then we meet another character. It's an Inspector General who runs the police headquarters. And I won't pronounce her name because I will butcher the name. I'm not even kidding you. I'm terrible at Japanese names for the most part. And she basically tells him, "Now, you think you have the right to complain. If you don't like it, then why don't you solve a case or two yourself?" And kicks him out of the office. Oh, for Pete's sake. Then she flips a switch, and we find out she's a huge Sailor V fangirl. She has a giant poster in her office that she has to hide, but she is a massive Sailor V fangirl, and it is hilarious. And they're going to be using this joke a lot throughout the entire series of her being a huge fangirl. In fact, her goal is to make Sailor V join the police force. She absolutely loves V. So yeah, this was in general a really clever chapter. I did really enjoy it for the most part. I like the fact they just kept the story going from the last one and made it her sister, made Pandora's sister, and it works well all around. And in general, they keep it pretty straightforward of, "I'm going to stop you." And even there's a scene where it's a new pop idol, and Sylvie immediately goes, "Wait, we just fought this." So they sure again, it's really clever the way it's all set up and done in this chapter. I really did like it. It was a solid chapter all around, and looking forward to the next chapter. So, in chapter 5, the I'm sorry, it's really late in the morning, so I can't exactly speak. I'll say all that tomorrow. But anyways, that was Sailor V chapter 4, and this was Ash saying so long. I'm out. Good night.